Today we're talking about Zavok and the fact that people don't really understand his character. Even the people who like him for some reason don't understand their character unless they read the IDW comics. So today I wanted to basically help you understand Zavok's character. Like, subscribe, comment, thank you. Sonic Lost World is the unofficial Sonic 06 of the 2010s era. And while it might not have as many bugs as Sonic Boom, it has a lot of people who dismiss the characterization of pretty much all the characters. And while you could say the rest of the Deadly Six are stereotypes, and I probably wouldn't disagree with you, I think that it ultimately makes Zavok a better character. And by no means does that mean that I'm telling you that you have to appreciate it. Me personally, I can never appreciate Sonic 06 or Silver. I just can never do that. How he displays himself in that game and the fact that we save his future and it never really matters, it really dampens the character. But if I can get Zavok into a place where other people appreciate him as much as I do, well then that would be something really fun to do. Zavok's character is very easy to explain but very hard to make people understand. Zavok is a equivalent to Bane in the Sonic universe. He's smart, powerful, and cunning. But unlike Eggman, where he values no connection at all, and unlike Tails, where he has a wider friend group and is willing to accept more people, Zavok's in the middle of that. Zavok may threaten you, Zavok may hurt you, but as long as you believe in him, he'll believe in you. Zavok has never betrayed any of the Zetti at all in any piece of media. The only time where he's ever betrayed anyone is when he believes that that person is untrustworthy. Now, let's make this very clear, Zavok will motivate you if he needs to, but ultimately that makes Zavok a better leader. Let's look at two characters on the opposite sides of the spectrum.
Why are you still here?
I'm just getting ready.
Well, you seem to be taking your time.
Well, it is my time to take now, isn't it?
But what if I told you that you were the only one I trusted to be fast enough, smart enough, and pretty enough
Go on.
to beat the blue nuisance?
Well, I'd say you got the right girl for the job.
Well, that was so easy I almost feel guilty.
While Zavok is manipulative, Zavok only becomes manipulative once it's clear that Xena isn't feeling the task that she is required to do. Zavok does not attempt at all to manipulate her by fear. Instead of making Xena feel urgency, instead what he does is he motivates her by appealing to her better nature. The Zetti are a group of warlords. So when Zavok sends them out there, he's not trying to get them killed. He knows that they can eventually beat the Blue Menace because they've done it before, and if Sonic is only just one guy, well, eventually you're gonna find something that works. But little do they know he's the main character. So let's look at the opposite side of the spectrum.
I feel like destroying something.
That's what I like about you, Zaz. Always ready for a fight, even before you know what you're fighting with.
You bet. Bring it on and I'll rip it up.
Win or lose, I learned something about our enemy.
As you can see, Zaz has specific talents that Zavok can use, so Zavok asks Zaz to go out. But the similarity between Xena and Zaz is that they are both stereotypes. It makes Zavok a better leader, because Zavok takes you as you are. And on a side note, I'm not gonna lie, Zavok is a better person than me because I would abandon them all in a heartbeat. There would be no time between me and the door. I'd be out of there, okay? I'm not gonna lie. But Zavok is able to consistently use the Zetti's talents without having to sacrifice any of them. He cares a lot about failure, and he cares a lot about the fact that Eggman controlled him. So when he says he hates Sonic and he hates Eggman, it's because Eggman humiliated him by controlling him, and Sonic humiliates him by defeating his entire team multiple times. One is worse than the other, let's be real, but I genuinely think that if Sonic wasn't constantly fighting his entire team, I don't think Zavok would hate Sonic as much. Let's take Tails into the equation. Tails was enslaved by Zavok, just like Zavok was enslaved by Eggman. But there are actual tangible differences between the slavery that Zavok did and the slavery that the Eggman Empire did. The difference is that Zavok only does slavery when push comes to shove. Meanwhile, Eggman uses slavery as a baseline.
Your friend has embarrassed me for the last time. You will be the instrument of my revenge.
It'll be fun to have your little buddy scramble you like an omelet.
Zavok turned Sonic's friend into a slave to get revenge on Sonic for embarrassing him. But the coolest thing about Zavok is that this isn't his first thought. He attempts to get Sonic, he realizes he can't get Sonic, he realizes that he's constantly losing to Sonic, and then he uses Tails as a last resort to break down Sonic or to destroy Tails. Lost World Zavok has the most layers out of anybody else in the game. And that's a very, very good thing for Zavok, but it's not a good thing for anyone else. People think that you need layered subordinates in order to have a layered leader, and that's not the case. The fact that he isn't having all these layered subordinates that you actually have to pay attention to the story of makes him a better character. Now, that doesn't mean it couldn't have been done better. If Sonic, Tails, and Eggman were written better in this game, it would have made Zavok way more interesting. But on his own, Zavok is a good character. Now, I could have talked about his relationship with Master Zik, but his relationship with Master Zik is so rudimentary that I have nothing I can really take from it to explain to you. Basically, Master Zik is the blue Zetti who's the fall guy with the cane, and Master Zik was Zavok's teacher. Master Zik is unique among the Zetti when it comes to his relationship with Zavok, specifically because it seems like Zavok wasn't always this way. It's kind of like that Clark Kent Superman kind of dynamic, where he's more likely to have been raised to be evil. But this is basically just an explanation of why I think Zavok is the Silver of the 2010s era. Hey guys, like, sub, comment, thank you for watching the video, and remember, the next video is going to happen the day afterwards, so I have time to actually make the video about the next episode of the Chaotic Case Files podcast. So, like, sub, hype the video, thank you for watching, I'll see you later.